Thank you. We welcome everyone to today's hearing on the exploitation of children in the United States and abroad. I now recognize myself for an opening statement. I am grateful that all of you are here today, both the witnesses, the members of the committee, and then also the audience. We appreciate you being here. I wish we didn't have to hold a hearing on this topic because that would mean children in our country and abroad are safe from exploitation. Unfortunately, that is not the case. It is a fact that our children are not safe online, and it is utterly unacceptable. Predators use the internet to trick and exploit innocent children. Children are trafficked through social media apps. This is the worst type of evil. To our strong survivor leaders in the room and watching from afar, we see you, we hear you, your voice matters, and we appreciate you, and we want to be supportive. Reports of CSAM continue to grow exponentially, from 3,000 reports in 1998 to more than 1 million in 2014, and 18.4 million in 2019, and more than 30 million last year. We cannot stand by and let this number grow continually. While it seems like CSAM is something that happens in foreign countries or in even different neighborhoods from our own, it is much closer than anyone would think. This is a homegrown issue. We know that offenders prey on the most vulnerable populations, such as children in foster care. Groomers use techniques to normalize inappropriate conduct and encourage secrecy, especially using social media platforms. There's no question these criminals must be prosecuted. While there are many solutions to combating this issue, we must assure prosecutors are doing their jobs to put these criminals behind bars. We cannot accept lenient sentences or sweetheart plea deals for those who wish to bring harm to innocent children. Today, between school and home, children have unfettered access to technology, and big tech is taking that opportunity to choose profits over people, over our children. Targeted algorithms connect consumers to information and content, including CSAM content, traffickers, predators, and drug dealers. It is well documented that traffickers and pedophiles use social media to target children and to share and engage with CSAM content. The Wall Street Journal, along with top researchers across the country, ran a detailed account of Instagram's, quote, vast pedophile network, close quote. The research found that Instagram enabled people to search explicit hashtags and connect users to accounts to advertise CSAM. One researcher gravely noted, quote, Instagram is an on-ramp to places on the internet where there's more explicit child sexual abuse, close quote. You would think social media companies would bend over backwards to work with law enforcement and to remove this content from their platform and prevent it from happening at all, but that is not the case. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok all allow the proliferation of abuse images and human trafficking on its platforms. Images are allowed to roam on the internet. Humans are bought and sold. Apple even threatened to remove both Facebook and Instagram's access to the App Store because the problem was so bad. And yet big tech continues to allow these problems to occur. Targeted algorithms seem to be more profitable than investing in protecting children. Big tech seems to have no problem censoring speech or other things they consider disinformation, yet they allow these predators to access children on the internet and allow images to remain on the internet for years. That is unacceptable. Big tech must be held accountable, and I look forward to hearing from our witnesses on how that can occur. We know trafficking is an issue that occurs within the United States and abroad. Many of us have heard and seen the movie Sound of Freedom and how it opened our eyes to the horror that is occurring both in and outside our country. However, many do not know Hollywood attempted to shut the film down, not wanting the American people to see the film and learn about these terrible crimes. Yet the film became one of the most successful independent films in history. It has grossed $191 million and counting. Sound of Freedom truly exposed the worst of humanity and showed us how we can all play a part to keep children safe. Our committee is collaborating with Homeland Security investigations to enhance our knowledge and understanding of investigations related to human trafficking and child exploitation. I express my gratitude to the special agents of HSI for their unwavering commitment to safeguarding children and liberating victims from the atrocities of human trafficking. Many children, especially those crossing the border as unaccompanied minors, are not safe. Lax border policies promoted by the Biden administration are leading to vulnerable children being exploited by cartels and smugglers as they attempt to come to America. The journey today for them is incredibly dangerous, and their risk of being sex trafficked is incredibly high while being smuggled across our border. In fact, the United Nations this week alone said the most dangerous migration route is Mexico to the United States. In 2014, then President Obama stated, quote, "Don't send your children unaccompanied. They might not make it," close quote. But I have heard nothing like that from this administration. We need to be louder, stronger, and bolder. I look forward to hearing from our witnesses on how we can enforce the law, hold big tech accountable, and protect our children from the horrific crime of sex trafficking, because children are not for sale. This topic is tough and unfortunately an unnecessary topic. I hope that we each can learn together. I think there'll be broad aspects of support across this entire committee, both sides of the aisle, and I look forward to working together with my colleagues across the aisle. And with that, I thank you again for being here, and I yield back.